The punch clock tab of Window Blocker is very useful because it tells you how many hours you've been awake. Every morning when I wake up, I push this blue button, punch in, and all this button does is it puts the current date and the current time in these two boxes here. You can see today I woke up at 7:24 p.m. It's because I keep vampire hours. And I've been up for 7 hours and 35 minutes and 3 seconds. So that's all this button does, is place the current time here. And what that will allow you to do is view your day as a series of 16-hour blocks. There's 24 hours in a day, but humans typically sleep for 8 hours. 24 minus 8 is 16. So this 16 hours here is about the amount of time you'll be up. You'll be awake for the 24-hour period. And the scale down here is divided into 4 blocks. You can see them here, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 plus 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So each 4-hour block is indicated on the punch clock timeline down here. And as you're working through the day, you can watch this little box move across the screen, and that will always tell you at what portion of your day you're at. Additionally, we have these alarms here, which when activated will notify you of when a certain hour is reached. So we're coming up on hour 9 right now. You can tell by this blue bar. And when this blue bar arrives at the end of hour 8, then a little notification will show up in the bottom of the screen here. You probably can't see unless I move this here.
Hour 1.
It will show up indicating what the hour is. Okay, and so coming up, we're going to be concluding hour 8 or hour 9, and then the little indication will show
hour 1,
the correct number at the bottom. And that can be really useful because it can notify you about, how far along in your workday you are, because as each hour of the workday goes by, your mental fatigue will increase, and of course at the end of the day you're going to be quite tired, more tired than you are at the beginning of the day. So having this auditory reminder of which portion of the day you're at really kind of helps you to plan your most difficult tasks. So we have both the auditory reminder and the visual reminder here. Like I said, this little box will go across the screen and it will show you where you're at during the workday. And of course, for productivity, you want to try to stack your most cognitively difficult tasks. You want to get those done in the beginning of the day and do your easy mechanical tasks done at the end of the day. So this 16-hour timer helps you to know which part of the day you are currently at and how much mental fatigue you are likely to be suffering from at any given time. When we rise in the morning, we tend to be most productive and we tend to be our sharpest right when we arise in the morning, and also after we eat lunch as well. So like I said, I push this button every morning. Now this little side button here, all this does is this will reset your little counter. So every morning I actually don't push this button, I actually push this button, which is the same as pushing this button and setting this to 0. So this is really like a double button. It's the same as clicking here and then setting your focus session counter to 0. So all that does is set it to 0, which I'll try it right now. Oop, I'm in a focus session, so I have to stop the focus session and set this to 0. What you want to watch is you'll notice that the stars will go away here as well. And now I am back to 0. So that's what I would press if I was just waking up now. You can see the punch clock has now reset, and the counter, focus session counter, has reset, and the stars have reset, and our punch clock timer has reset to the 0 position. So again, this is the button I push every morning when I wake up, and then you have 16 hours of productivity ahead of you. As for the other buttons, these buttons are really just to increment or decrement the time. You can see we have a 30 button here, or add 30. These just really move the time, which you can also do by just typing it manually with the keyboard. We also have the clear button here if you don't want to use the punch clock for the day, and that will just basically turn it off.